Do it like, yeah, you ready?
Yep.
That's good, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay, so we're live, and this is sort of a feedback thing. Maybe that's good. Maybe you can sit down. Yeah, cool. Okay, so we're trying to accomplish this live. It's not really a live thing. It's for people who want to know something about what goes on. So this is like a feedback session because Sam's been out here for 5 days training, and we've done different things, a lot of things. We cover a lot of stuff actually. But he's trained a lot. Like he's trained in Thailand and Cambodia, Ohio several times, in Arizona before. So he's done a lot of stuff in the last 3 years?
Yeah.
3 years
Since 2016.
Yeah, 3 years, almost going on 2020. So 4 years. So anyway, for a lot of people who don't know, because we don't show a lot of things that we do, because it's a lot of reasons. We don't want the YouTube gurus to say, yeah, we do that, because you don't do it. And it's just a different thing, because we're in the deep end, and the deep end means I'm dealing. Although I could say this again, reiterate. Yeah, I was a sport fighter, 75 fights on 3 continents, professionally, boxing, kickboxing, K1, shoot boxing, Muay Thai, some other things. But that is just pales in comparison to what you have to do to be ready for extreme violence. And those are things you can't de-escalate. It's not like a bar fight where you can de-escalate. We're talking about people trying home invasions, carjackings, mob violence, being in a situation like for example, lately Hong Kong protesting, or many other things that happen. You can't talk your way out of that. War fighting, obviously. You can't talk your way out of it. There's no stopping it. You just have to deal with it. And there's no running away. We don't victim blame people and say you shouldn't be there, because that doesn't help them. You have to solve the solution. So anyway, Sam has been doing that for a while now, and each time it gets a little bit more profound and deeper, gets and a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And so this time he's out here. He's upgrading certain things that he's done before, because there's been some changes, and because we're always evolving if we can. And also he did some new things for him. And one of the key things that he did was stress threshold training.
Yep.
Yeah, because everybody has a threshold for stress, and that has to be raised to make you more effective. And it's someone has to know what they're doing to do that training. But anyway, so he did that, and there was also because in zero distance warfare, unarmed and armed, and he did everything there. He did unarmed, he did blunt weapons. We did a lot of blunt weapon stuff. Actually, it was pretty cool. And of course, blade. He upgraded his blade stuff, and working on that, because he's gone through kilo before, pre-kilo, and then the abbreviated kilo. So anyway, so this is adding to it. He's getting close to the real full kilo. Anyway, so there's a lot of primal stuff, like I'm saying, that has to do with, because in zero distance warfare, it's not sniping, it's not drone attacks. It's not just a skill. You have to have a primal factor, because it's going to brain fade. You got to go to brain fade and not be able to think, and you have to perform out of the reptile center, and that's only done through hardwiring. A lot of people don't know how to do that or anything. But he went through specific drills, and I did with him on some things, because they're mutual. You have to have someone attacking you, right? And so I attack him, he attacks me, and part of the course is, of course, we're training at 6,000 plus feet altitude, so you got to bring that in. That's a shock for him, because he's coming from someplace far closer to sea level. And I've been over here for a while now, so I've adapted a little bit. I mean, I've adapted, but it is a big shock to train at that, because you're at oxygen deprivation, because your red blood cells haven't changed. It takes 3 weeks to do that. But anyway, so the stress threshold from a lot of things has to do with the he's pushed through we have different drills, and he did such things as the Last Mohicans drill. He did the San Juan Hill drill, and today we just got through doing the Hamburger Hill, which wasn't pleasant.
One of my favorite parts of training are all the drill names.
Yeah. Well, but they're accurate, though, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're very accurate. And and the thing is that he did a lot of things that with the commando cone courses. He did a lot of stuff that I'm not even talking about. And he did this in snow. He did this in snow. He's doing this. Not completely operational, but he's in boots, he's wearing stuff, and he's carrying weight because that's one of the things that he did at a certain point. He's carrying what were you carrying? 13 pounds extra weight.
Yeah.
Which is not huge, but it's still it's a big difference. And then today, for example, on the Hamburger Hill, and I'll explain that drill, you have to you have to go from, it's a zigzag cone course going up a hill. Starting at 6,000 feet, you're going up a hill, and you have to do you have a 5-pound weight on your wrist, and you have to do a knife thing that developed from the NVA from being your position being overrun in Vietnam War. It's a commando knife thing that is it's hard, isn't it? I mean, initially you think it's not difficult, but it's difficult. So you have to go up the hill doing that, come down the hill doing that, which is in itself difficult because you have to keep yourself from falling and going flying down off the side of the hill.
Yeah.
Then you come down and you switch to blunt weapons, in which we have specific weapons that we use for training, but this could be in actuality a shotgun, a carbine, a mop, a broom, a lot of things. It's not a Filipino thing. This is very generic. Our training's generic, and that's not generic in a bad way, meaning it's universal, which is generic, what generic really means. And so then we come down, and then we mutually fight each other at each cone. At each cone, there's a massive outputting of what we call a high bar, and you won't know what that means, and that's okay because you got to come to train. This isn't, this is just to give you an idea about the psychological aspects that we touch and the emotional aspects, and also the physical, because it's hard, isn't it? Yeah. It's hard. So you go up the hill doing this, fighting at each cone, and then you have to come down the hill fighting each cone, which is difficult because you overshoot. You can overshoot the guy. You can go flying off the side of this hill, and it looks like on paper, or you're looking at it's not difficult, but doing it is difficult.
Yes.
And especially this 5-pound weight is flapping around. It's throwing your balance off. It's irritating. So it's adding stress because it's irritating.
Yeah.
So that's part of the Hamburger Hill thing. The Last of the Mohicans is not pleasant either.
No.
It's another, it's a longer course with zigzagging, and you have to fight back. And then of course, one time is not enough. You got to go back.
Yeah. I'd get to the end of the course and I'd think, oh, that's it. And Christophe would say, go again. You kidding me? Come on.
Yeah.
I have to go again.
But okay. So what I've explained a little bit about it, but to get Sam's feedback here is to compare it to anything. Have you done anything like that before?
No, not really. I mean, it's like the one unifying factor in all of this is it keeps adding new things to it. It keeps raising the levels of what you're doing, and I can't really predict what's exactly. I can't really predict what's going on. It's not just like something where I go in and I do my sets and my reps of however
it's not sport fighting either. Like we were saying, it's not like a Muay Thai or something where you're going to run 5 kilometers, come back, jump rope for 20 minutes, do 3 rounds on the bag, get in the ring on the pads for 2 rounds, and then shadow box or something. That's the common thing. It's not a cookie cutter. It's commando style. It's what you won't find this training outside of military stuff. What he was doing today, you won't find it. And so the thing is, though, that to get people, I guess they don't know. I mean, we're not going to specific things we're doing, but just what happens. It's definitely I don't want to say game changer, but it definitely changes your mind and paradigm, right?
Yes. Yeah. And it kind of, I think it was Cesar Chavez who said something about the educated mind cannot be ignorant again. And that's kind of how I feel about this is just, I can't go back to other stuff. Like it's just too vanilla. It's too dull.
Yeah. You get addicted to this, to the learning process. That you get that you do from this.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the same thing happened to me. And that's what's important here, and that. This was not pleasant because we were training in snow, and today it started raining. I mean, it got warmer, but it was raining, and wind was high, and it wasn't. But that adds to it because that's what you're. See, look, we're not training in an antiseptic, climate controlled, good lighting environment because that's not what you're going to face.
Yeah. Most reality, you're wearing stuff like this. You're not wearing uniforms, and you have shoes on, and you're out in bad weather and poor footing, and like you have to do it in that environment to be ready for that. Like you have to make it as close to the actual thing as it is.
Yeah, isomorphic. So the thing is that's not sport fighting. Sport fighting is completely different. Plus the weight, the carrying the weight is vastly different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like the more weight you have, like I almost went down the other day when we were out there. And I thought I was going down. I don't even know how I saved myself, but because we're trying to move, hustle, right? We're trying to hustle from cone to cone, and he starts and he gets to the first cone, then I come after him, and my job is to try to come up and try to pass him, and to make him move faster. And doing that, I almost went down. It slowed me way down. I got really slowed down because of that near fall. But I really thought I was going down. And he fell in a hole on one day, and he didn't disappear completely, but it was like because it wasn't planned, and that's what you need because none of it's planned. It's not. That's where the learning occurs because you have to cure the error or whatever. It's not really an error, but this is what happens,
Yeah. I mean, you said in one of your earlier tapes or whatever, there are no errors, only stopping.
Yeah.
And that's the character test of all this stuff, is because everybody has their threshold. Everyone's going to fail at some point.
Yeah.
And the true test is how to keep moving through failure.
Right. Yeah. So exactly. So anyway, we could talk a long time, hours and hours. And if you want to do that, come out and train with us. Because that's the thing. It's like, we're putting this out there for you to also be able to enjoy this and gain from it, because it's definitely it's a benefit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's another skill, another skill set, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, that I just wanted to give people a little feedback because of a lot of people ask me what's going on, what are you doing, especially because this is known as Peru Camp for us. Peru Camp, I had an Australian guy do it in Thailand with me. It's different. Everybody's Peru Camp is different. But the things that are similar are Alpha Camp, Bravo Camp, Charlie Camp. Those are all in kilo, pre-kilo and kilo, and then the actual real kilo, which is 5 days long, is very regimented, structured, and sequential. The Peru is about yourself. So he came here with certain things he's done before, and then we go from there. So Peru Camp is really individualized. So, but anyway, so he made it through that. He has some stuff that some other people haven't gone through lately, and that's the stress, the stress part. And there's a lot of things we can talk about that are very good. But anyway, that's really what I had to say. Any final words there?
I'd come out and train. Because we can babble all we want, but you won't know it until you do it.
That's really the truth. And where are you? Well, we're all over the world. In Southeast Asia, in the United States, sometimes, and basically anywhere you want to set it up, anywhere you want to do it, we can do it. But you got to be serious about it. But as far as we don't have fixed locations, we don't. In 2020, we're going to be working with Legion Tactics and doing shotgun, carbine, and doing the whole thing, because this will be French Foreign Legion guys and myself and my team that I'll have, and we'll be doing zero distance warfare, civilian commando, unarmed, and dynamic pistol will be the first courses that we run. Then we'll be running blunt weapon and shotgun, dynamic shotgun. We'll go on from there, but we have a lot planned, so stick with us. And like I said, we're in the deep end. This isn't the McDojo. This isn't the strip mall 7-year-old black belt Taekwondo kids entertainment thing. This is not what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
We're the ones solving the real problems, the big problems that other people can't face and they don't have answers to. So yeah, there's a lot I could say, but that's enough. If that's piqued your interest, go to our sites, fluentfighting.com, combat-judo.com. Get on the email list because they always know you get more information on the email list than anywhere else. We're on Facebook, different groups, Combat Judo Group, and I have a page, Christophe Clugston Combat Systems. So there's a lot there, and I want to put that out there for you. And so anyway, so for Sam and myself, we hope that you've learned something from this and that you can grow and gain and that you'll be willing to invest in your own self-protection, I guess is the word, right? Okay. So we'll see you guys. I hope we see you. Okay. So talk to you guys later.
Take care.